Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of CCVT. I'm here with
What the
Samwise
fuck was
Harris
that?
and Pat Jerry and
Jake's
Bon
coming in
Akoy.
hot yet again, per usual.
What's happening?
That's the question. I still can't get my head around what Paz was showing me before we kicked this off with these human-monkey hybrids. What the fuck is that? I've been doing a little bit of Google searching in the meantime and found these chimeras live for like 19 days and they are just like a human-monkey baby rolling around with a diaper on. Like, what is that?
A human monkey baby.
Yep, bro. I'll pull it up for you now so that you can see.
But does that not just look kind of like a chimpanzee then?
You'd think so, but no.
Is it like a chimp with human features,
It's
or
a human
with chimp features?
I'm about to show you, bro.
Wasn't there a game where the evil thing was a chimera though?
A game.
A chimera is not specifically monkey based. A chimera traditionally is like Greek mythology. It's like goat, eagle, fucking lion, or some shit like that.
I guess it comes down to like something being mixed. Like
Yeah, it's just like a crazy
mixed,
fucked up hybrid that
But
shouldn't
that shit's
exist.
crazy. They were talking about like, or whatever Paz showed me was the ethics of having these things alive.
Ethical issues are being raised after it emerged that US and Chinese scientists have implanted human cells into monkey embryos for practical ethics. I asked her if we should see.
Look at it wiggling about, bro.
I see some wiggle.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
That is a mix between a human and a monkey. We're really not
So I've got a thought.
Looks
Or like
kind
I've
of
got
frog-esque.
I've got a bit of a theory on
Is
this.
it something in between?
So we're all agreeing that that's pretty fucked, right?
So you on Sunday?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
it's Jake on New Year's
Just rolling
Day.
around in bed. Great for doing gardening and stuff if they work though, right?
19 days.
You know, like,
numbers.
It's just a whole new slave population
yeah.
that you can just test everything on.
But
get them to
they only
mow
live
your
for
lawns.
19 days.
Well, at the minute,
Yeah.
That's like the first
with the
ones.
help of AI and
They probably just
Apple
put them
Vision,
down.
we're good.
But like what? Yeah. What?
What do
Like
you
what are
think?
they hoping to achieve by?
Probably food.
What are they hoping to achieve by melding monkeys and they're literally trying to like bridge the gap in evolution. Like we're not monkeys anymore for a reason because they suck.
That's kind of the human thing, though, right? Like because it can be
Swinging
done.
trees and shit. We got
Means
Yeah,
we
we
have
don't
to
need
do
They
to
got
swing on
4
trees.
thumbs,
We've
bro.
got the ability to do this and shoot things and make things that can shoot
It
things.
could shoot 4 guns at one time. We
Yeah.
could
No,
shoot
it
2.
couldn't.
It could.
It could.
Get a monkey.
It's got 4 thumbs.
No, what do you mean it's got 4 thumbs?
What do you mean
A monkey can hold a gun with its foot.
It's got 4 thumbs, bro.
It just needs
Yeah,
to sit
and
on
then
its
if we
ass
had
and
4
you've got
thumbs, think how sick
a
we would
monkey
be.
with 4
Yeah.
General Grievous. Monkey.
Akimbo Grievous monkey. Brilliant. Yeah, I don't foresee that being particularly useful.
What, having 4 thumbs?
Attach the monkey to a drone. Boom.
And we're back on drones again.
And you've got
Guess what we're obsessed about?
monkey drone.
The real CCVT topic of the
Just
day
drones.
is always drones.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need the drone.
What?
Like you might need the... No,
Well,
sorry. You
unless
wouldn't need
it's
the
a
monkey.
flying monkey.
You wouldn't need the monkey, though.
Why
Why are you
put the
flying a
guns on the
monkey around
drone?
when you could just fly 4 guns on the drone?
Way more funny. I don't know. Like if I've got the ability to, if I can just have a drone shoot people, like at least like the monkeys, like they'll see the monkey coming and be like, oh fuck.
It would be terrifying to have a screaming monkey with 4
Yeah,
guns.
it's like a
flying.
like
it
a
looks
stuka,
like slightly
but-
human-esque.
Are we talking about a fucking monkey drone hybrid, or are we talking about a drone carrying a monkey? 'Cause
I'm talking about a drone carrying a human monkey hybrid.
No, it's just a monkey with propellers attached to its back. Have you seen that guy whose cat died? And he like taxidermied it, so it's like all spread-eagled and put fucking propellers on its arms and legs,
Oh,
and
and
it
made it
became a drone cat.
Yeah.
Oh, he fucks that.
It's a well-known meme.
Yeah, that cat definitely gets washed quite regularly,
Yeah.
guaranteed.
Yeah,
Spunk cat.
See, taxidermy's a fucked up thing. Like, let things be dead.
Yeah, taxidermy's an odd one. There's this lass that came into the bar I was working at, and she was on a Tinder date that I could tell was like not going very well, and I was like, she looks pretty tidy, I'm gonna go chat to her. Went and chatted to her, managed to sort out a date, went on the date, everything's going well, went back to her house, she sat me down in the living room, got me a beer. I was like, okay, this is all going pretty well. And then she just starts bringing out taxidermied things, like brought out a taxidermied possum, brought out this like book and in each page, in between each page of the book, was just like squished, flattened, dried out butterflies and shit. And she was like, "Oh, this is my fate," and I was
Serial
like,
killer.
"Get me the yeah." I pretended that I had the alarm at work had gone off and I needed to go and reset it and just fucking abandon ship. It was
Oh my
honking.
God.
Did you take any of the taxidermy things?
I did consider on the way out trying to like sneak an owl or something, but
It
it
glassed
was.
you. You should have lost it and fucking done that.
But yeah, that was terrifying.
So that's the line.
Taxidermied.
I mean, no, there's definitely like I don't feel like there's a solid line and that it lies in taxidermy, but there's definitely like
Oh, living in Law Bay is
more than
mean.
one.
It is mean.
It's so good. Honestly, the surf looks like it's pumping.
But yeah, so the line for you, Jake, is taxidermy. Like you
It's
pull up to a
one
house,
of many
everything's
lines:
going great.
taxidermy, witchcraft, not getting on with family members.
What do you call it when you're like Gemini, Capricorn?
Oh, that chick!
it's not
in
astrology.
astrology, man. That chick in
Man.
town the other night.
That's a
tried-
great name for it, or just
Oh.
astrologists, you know.
This chick in town the other night came up to me and like Boyd was chatting to one of her friends and she came and started chatting to me and immediately was like, "Oh, so when's your birthday?" And I was like, "Oh fuck, here we go." And I was like, 5th of October. And she was like, "Ooh, Virgo." And I was like, "No." She was like, "Oh no." Aries. And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Capricorn." "No." I was like, "You're not very good at this, are you?" I was like, this conversation's kind of fell on its arse. Like, it was already on its arse because I was going to tell you this is nonsense. But, like, you've killed it now because you clearly don't know what you're talking about. And she was like, "Yeah, fair." And I was like, "Can I guess yours?" And just see, like, if I'm more right than you are. And she's like, "Go on then." And I just said 3. I think I was like, Cancer, Aries, Virgo. And she was like...
I'm all
And she held up her wrist and she had 3 star signs tattooed on her wrist. And I was like, "That's just greedy." And she was like, "No, one's my rising, one's my fucking, I don't know, like moon sign, and this my other one." And 2 of them were right. And I was like, "So on a guess, I'm 66% more accurate than you are as an astrologist. Get me a degree in astrology now."
Maybe you're
You suck.
That'll take you places, that degree.
Astrology.
She was nearly there, though.
She
You
was-
are a virgin.
She was...
It'll take you to
It's
Main
Virgo.
Street, homeless.
But,
Living with the sombrero hobo.
The sombrero hobo's a legend.
He is a legend.
Mm.
Not for good reasons.
Yeah,
I saw him
just-
yelling at cops the other day.
Best
Rockstar.
act ever.
Yeah.
Love
Did
that.
you see the
Just-
bro at the market this morning that was going around asking people for money for fruit, and then when they were like no, he was just taking whatever fruit they had in their hands and just volleying it on the ground. Guy absolutely murked like 4 watermelons before this big ginger bastard was like, "Mate, if you touch one more watermelon, you'll have no money and no legs." And he fucked off.
Did you just call yourself a big bastard?
Yeah.
No, I did not, because I don't give a fuck about watermelons. But yeah,
It was just Jake
just me.
stepping up to the plate.
Fucking leave my watermelons alone, you wee dick. Nah, no such. No such shenanigans. Did see on the news this morning that there is, well, following on from yesterday, a post-Putin interview that the opposition in Russia, the leader of the opposition, somebody Navalny, got murked in prison in Russia after already being Novichoked. Like,
He is the guy that got Novichok.
yeah,
That's
one of 2.
fucking
There was the other guy,
crazy,
Skripal, in the UK that got Novichoked as well. He got interviewed afterwards and he was like, "Oh yeah, it didn't actually hurt. It was just like I knew I was fucked, and that was it."
Can you imagine having a state after you with that kind of power? Like
I
the,
mean,
the anxiety you must feel day by day, just being like, "I'm not touching that door handle. I'm not drinking that water."
Don't want to peddle conspiracy, but he arguably had 2 states after him.
Yeah.
Because if I was in the US, post especially a particularly vaguely propaganda-ish maybe interview with Putin that's maybe turned some people's minds or put some people's minds on the fence. Good way to change their mind is be like, Putin did it, he killed him, and they literally haven't even had an autopsy yet. The
Yeah.
guy could have just fucking...
It's a great way to
Oh,
show
it's
some minds
perfect,
back,
yeah.
right? Yeah. Perfect timing.
It's perfect. They should make a play on it, like an actual play out of it, you know?
Be kind of ironic
Just
if it
made
was...
Wicked a film. Wicked's a great play as well. If you've not seen it, go
I
see it.
don't think I have.
It's based on a book.
Fantastic, mate. It's
Based
the
on a
Wizard
book,
of
right?
Oz.
Yeah, you
Kinda.
lost me already.
Yeah, it's fucking mean.
Oh yeah, it's based on a book that's based on a book. Because there's a book
Wow,
called Wicked,
Bookception.
and then it's based on the Wizard of Oz.
Bookception.
Book squared.
Book squared, yeah. But Yeah, it would be. I reckon if it all comes out in the end that it's cancer that got him, like, or some like cure, like some disease, and then it's like 2 days
got
after.
him while he was in prison.
Yeah, like
Just
it wasn't
out of the
actually
blue.
like they've literally just, but like he was just sick
Yeah,
and
they
he's
said he
dead.
just collapsed. There's a guy in there with a little vial with some radioactive shit that was put in his food.
Definitely.
Come on. It's the same thing as Jeffrey Epstein.
Come on, man. If we really believe in the USA hype machine, the bro just got suffocated to death, and now we're never gonna know. Like,
His
it's
body's
not. I
already
don't
been
think it's
chopped
as
up into
low key as
1,000
that.
pieces.
Well, I mean, the US and the entire world media were reporting that like Russia is behind this, blah blah, and like obviously it's pretty likely to be Russia, but the fact that they're reporting and being like Putin's behind this before and autopsies even happened before anyone's like actually like the Russian news,
Yeah, before any
like,
facts
just
come out.
chess.
Right?
are just like yeah,
Yeah,
A good
it's-
Putin interview make Putin bad again.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, people die all the time.
But
Yeah, man.
Anything could be the reason.
Russia allegedly are a couple of years, they reckon 2 years away from a vaccine for cancer. I read the other day.
Well, if they're up to that, let them invade whatever they want.
Yeah.
Let them do whatever they want. If they cure cancer, they can have New Zealand.
Yeah, but
It's
if they cure cancer, that this is the other thing, is if they do have a vaccine for cancer, America are going to be even more keen for that not to happen because they don't have socialized medicine. So if you cure cancer, the medical insurance industry in the US collapses
it
overnight.
dries up a lot.
Do you reckon they got the cure from the wolves from Chernobyl?
I mean, could be.
That's steering in an interesting direction.
They're immune
Pigs.
to what is it?
gotta
They're
be
immune to radiation.
They think they might have found wolves in around Chernobyl that have developed a resistance to cancer building in their body.
That's really
They're
interesting.
probably English
Also
wolves.
terrifying.
Probably Kiwi wolves. Come on.
Nah, they're definitely not Kiwi
Yeah,
wolves.
no. I don't think there's such thing.
Nah, there's nothing deadly here.
Scorpions.
I mean,
White
up from you
House.
two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Scorpions aren't deadly, especially if they're near you. You just fucking
Yeah, our garage is the deadliest place.
give
in
them a little
museums.
milky.
Yeah, that's crazy though. I remember seeing a lot of stuff about the wilderness just coming and taking back over the area around Chernobyl, and like a lot of deer, a lot of dogs, and all the stuff that are just living free from human interactions. And like you think about it, right? If radiation and the nuclear side of everything speeds up their life drastically, like they don't live as long, surely the mutations happen way quicker. So you get a lot of more interesting stuff happening, like wolves coming that are immune to cancer or whatever, because they're getting bombarded with radiation. They're dying within a couple years and reproducing, and the turnover is going super fast.
Yeah, surely there's some like, if that's the case, surely there's some like weapons grade rabbits floating around in Chernobyl because like they fuck heaps.
Causing
Well,
earthquakes
this
with
is
their
why
feet.
the monkey humans are being made, I reckon.
Explain.
What else are we going to test lipstick on?
What is why?
For just, for everything. Functionality.
Bits and
Helping
bobs.
us
How
evolve.
does that help us evolve? Literally
Testing
breeding us
dummies.
with something we've evolved from. That's
Minions, bro.
Yeah, you grow them to like.
That's like
organs and
putting
shit.
pedals on a car.
It's pretty morbid, but
I mean, it's minions.
What
Just
you know?
creating minions for yourself. An army of minions. There's ethics, obviously. There's a massive ethics issue.
It's a pretty blatant ethics issue.
It's a humongous
Like
ethics
Gru as
issue. But ethics issue aside, let's get fantasy for a minute.
Yeah, I'm here.
You've got an army of minions.
And
But
All of a
humans
sudden,
are the army.
government don't need to go to work anymore.
it's just like having elves. Is it elves in Harry Potter or is it goblins?
house elves, yeah.
House
yeah,
elves.
yeah.
Just put it out
Yeah,
in
yeah,
house
yeah.
elves.
Yeah,
That
bro.
aren't magic. You give them a
Perfect.
wand.
Well, this is so.
Everyone
to,
has their
to
own
what
little
end that?
slave humanity.
If they had loads of minions and these little
copy
minions could just
yourself.
do everything that humans do, and we didn't have to anymore, would everyone give up their power? Like, would all the people that are in, like, I don't think that would happen. Because imagine if minions just could do all the bullshit, so that humans, every human on the planet could just live like a king.
Right.
Surely that would end in disaster.
Why?
Yeah, but everyone living like a king means no one lives like a king. Like, there's always going to be those that are above. You just have a minion that goes out
Be
and
like
brings
Power
someone
World.
up.
Yeah.
Well, no, but as in like minions, like so they're working in the fact they're doing all the work,
and you get the money.
and you don't need
You
money.
can still be poor and just get minion money. Like, you've got minion sock making money.
Minion rental business.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you
you,
train your
just
minions
get to
to
sit and
be
watch reels all day while the minion goes out and like
Yeah.
shovels dirt.
Fuck
Brings
the
home
ethics,
like
bro.
$45.
Build a moat around your kingdom, aka house.
And just like little armed minions
Everyone has their own little castle that they just command.
with
like a
little
flag, a coat of
human
arms.
monkey hybrids. That'd be fucking terrifying.
How many minions do you have? 60. Whoa. That's fucking crazy.
How much do you reckon they cost? How much to have a minion, bro?
A lot.
Tenner.
Couple quid.
Couple quid.
A
Depends how
lot.
good they were.
Nah, that'd be well
Do you reckon
expensive.
they need to have hobbies and shit? You reckon it's like, all right, you've done a great work week, you can go out and surf for a while, minion.
Oh yeah, like and how
Send them to go eat sand on the beach.
You may leave your
Some
cage.
cheese.
do they have like, are they like sentient, conscious, functional, like have like a
We
personality?
don't know yet.
Like
19 days ain't enough time to know.
yeah.
Baby comes out, it's fucking useless. Can't even hold his own head.
Yeah.
Hasn't got a working neck.
We're going to find out soon. But how far off are we from like Futurama shit where you just, you've got a testing kit, well, not a testing kit, sorry. You've got your own little like insemination kit. You create your own minions, like.
You pick your two and you just morph them.
You've just got
You
like
just
a
go
dried
boop,
out
and then
corpse and you drip some water
like
on
where
it.
it's fully customizable.
So Rick and Morty.
Where it's like fully customizable, so you can make one. Like some people
Yeah.
might make some for work, and some might be like, oh, change flavor to venison and just eat minions.
Exactly.
Well, that's the whole thing. We've got
They're
like
like a
test tube meat
utility-
coming, don't we? We've got this
utility.
just,
They are the test tube meat.
yeah, we're going to have meat produced in labs or like labs factory meat where there's no death involved.
Bro,
my God.
some Japanese scientists made meat out of poo. They made meat out of poo protein. They went through the sewage and they pulled all the protein out of the poo and they've made meat. What the fuck is
Would
that?
you eat it?
That's not sound.
If you knew it was the shit of 1,000 Japanese people.
And they eat some weird
Would you,
shit.
would you eat it?
I mean,
Sam's just
Sam.
like, I mean,
Been there, done that. Says Sam Hurst.
Red Eyes Black Dragon.
Famous news.
Oh dear.
Thought I had going on for the baby thing. Do you reckon, like animals come out of being born and they like fall out of the mum and then they can like walk and shit? within
Giraffes.
A
Yeah.
couple of minutes. Giraffes.
Bambi.
Yeah, deer, all that shit. Yeah.
Because they need to, because they're in the wild and they have to survive.
They gotta run.
Otherwise they're fucked. Do you reckon babies, human babies, have always been fucking useless when they come out? Or just over time they
Came out like little spider
Yeah, they came
minions.
out and they could like crawl and walk
The
and
whole
shit. But then now,
idea
like,
behind
'cause
that
we don't need it, they just come out and
is that
Just
since
make
our
noise.
heads became so much bigger, our brains became so much larger, we had to come out more premature because we didn't have the facilities to push out a bigger head.
Do you not have the facilities for that big
Yeah,
man?
exactly. So, yeah, that's the biological.
Nah,
and
we've
the
always
head's
been
not even
useless.
formed, you could poke a hole in.
Cause yeah, it's so
Yeah,
soft.
you say that, but monkey, maybe that's where the hybrid thing comes over. Because monkeys, like they're not like
Yeah, they're-
useless when they come out.
Yeah,
they
they
come
just
out
hang
and
on.
they're like they hang on for a bit. But if you if you walked on all fours and then got a baby and tried to get it to hang on to you, you'd just fall off.
Nah, that
Be
thing's a
taken off
blubbering
pretty
mess for
quickly.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Minimum.
And then they're
Can't do
funny as
anything
fuck.
Yeah.
Except shit when you don't want it to shit.
It's a great thing, the honesty of a toddler.
Oh, so funny.
I was playing football with the C2 girls the other day.
What
And-
you say with a toddler? Top
Just have a little kick about, yeah.
You go in goal.
Yeah. It's the only way I'll score.
Blasting them.
And I think it was Alyssa's talking about her nephew, her niece. They've got on some like Ferris wheel type thing, or they've got on like a cart, like a cable cart. That's what I imagine. I can't recall exactly what it was. They've got on, and apparently it was the chick that was like driving it or whatever. And she's a large lady, and the niece has just said something like, "Oh my god." There'd be so much more room on here if it wasn't for like, and just made an absolute shameful fat joke straight at her. And then, like, what do you do in that situation? You just sit there like, oh, but
that's
also
one
like,
of the ones that changes your mind.
Yeah, that's also funny because my niece, the first time she met my granddad, my pops, she's like running around and whatever, and he's came in and then she's gone, "Wow, you're fat."
I was thinking it'd be such a good page, like a great content page, not just like kids getting hurt, because that's a fantastic page,
But not too hurt.
yeah, not too hurt, but just like falling off slides upside down. But then our page with just shameless honesty, it would be crack up. But to capture that moment is pretty impossible, I guess.
I had like a guilty follow on Instagram the other day. Just had like a reel that continuously popped up, and it's like just a video. It's like I can't remember the exact name, but it's an Instagram channel that's just called like kids getting hurt, and it's just like
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, true, and it's so
It's a great,
ludicrous.
It's an unbelievably funny fucking page.
Oh, me too.
Kids get fucked up, and they don't. Yeah, obviously they don't mean to do it, but kids get fucking.
Quite a few
kids
videos
do
of
the
like
funniest shit.
fat kids on bikes, like
Oh yeah.
hitting fences, and I'm just like,
You remember doing that shit yourself? You ever make like a ramp or something on like we had this little slip road where I grew up, and so it was like fairly quiet, but it was right next to a main road. I used to make like ramps and just try and send it, right?
Yeah.
Just fucking eat shit.
How many
all the
people
time.
have scars on their chins from when they were kids and they just
I've got
face
one.
planted? Oh, Jake and
I've
Paz
got-
both
I've got
have
one
one.
right there, bro.
I've got one from when I
Wild.
was 24.
Yeah, but when you're that pissed,
Mate,
you're
that's
basically
got to be the
toddler.
cover photo for this one. That's a fucking picture.
speaking
that.
of, actually, we were talking the other day about have you ever straightened your hair?
Yes, I've had
And
long enough hair to do that.
is there any photos of said
Yeah.
straight hair at some point?
I've actually.
I've shown you all that
Straightened
before.
hair Paz.
Yeah, I've got,
I've not shown you that
I've
picture.
never needed to
I've
see
got the
anything more in
remember
history.
where
But
it
you
is.
would
It's
if
on
you
my
had
life.
such curly locks.
I've got the photo,
You'd
yeah,
give it a go.
You
You've
got
got
it.
the photo.
Yeah, he's got it. There we go.
Oh, my
One of the
Lord.
mics is going to be really bad. It's
the
really annoying.
this is going to be the thumbnail of the podcast. This
Really?
photo.
For the viewers, for the listeners at home, Sam has just got
pulled out
a
a
picture of
photo
Severus Snape.
Professor Snape from Harry Potter.
Oh, you can't.
I mean, to be fair, I
Pez
don't
will never
imagine it
recover.
looks too dissimilar. You will a bit of young Snape vibes with straight hair. To be fair,
Fuck yeah. Defense against the dark arts, Paz.
Jew Snape.
Your mum's got dark hearts.
Naughty, naughty.
Oh.
Are you pulling out the real photo now?
I'm trying, bro. Yeah, I'm getting there.
I can't wait. I really can't.
Quick dog noise.
Oh yeah, we're thinking of converting the podcast to just ASMR. So
that's going to be the poll.
while the the poll will be, did you enjoy the ASMR? So Paz is now gonna do. We each do an ASMR, and then at the end of the cast, you vote for which one you think was the most like the actual thing.
I was a sick cunt as well as a kid. Look at that. Darth Paz.
Darth Maul Paz.
Das Paz.
Let's go. Upside down. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, we're going to lose everyone that
Using
listens
the
to the
Force.
podcast the second they start hearing this ASMR.
Yeah,
They're going to be like, fuck, it was bad enough before you started sniffing like a dog. You absolute bunch of morons.
Hey,
This
we're
is how
the-
you
we're the-
spend your
we're the
Saturdays.
four smartest
Sitting around a
people you
table
know.
sniffing microphones. Just when I think we can't fall any further,
Yeah,
we
it
start
gets-
just fucking tumbling again.
It do be like that. But speaking of the polls, actually, it's probably good to address them a little bit. Otherwise, people stop doing them, and then what's the point? So, the one that I know the response for was the video one. No one voted Nasib's. All of the voters said yes, please, more of that. So video at some point. Honestly, it's more funding that is the issue, and also my ability to edit videos in a week. So if you want that to happen, share the podcast after you've or before you've listened to it. Just share the shit out of it, so that more people listen to it, and then that way it actually becomes justifiable to spend more money than I already have on things to make it better. Or we'll just use a phone and it'll be cursed as. Think about that. So from the pilot, feedback was Stephen said that we should buy the fanny candle and give it a review.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
Dude,
It's literally fucking Snape. Are you
Snape.
kidding me?
it's like if Snape and Harry Potter
Dumbledore.
had a baby.
Potter. Oh my god. That's literally because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. You just need some eyeshadow or something. You'll be
Eyeliner,
straight
sure.
fucking.
Mate.
Oh my god. You'd have been a great goth. Or a real great
that black
Skux here.
shirt with the flames on it.
Oh, bro. Oh, do you know what?
I've
got
the shirt tux. Did you have the T-shirt with the tuxedo on the front of it?
I wrote a fucking. It sounded funny in my head when I was pissed at the airport the other day, but I was in my head thinking, "Fuck me." New Zealand airports are some of the like. It's just hilarious being in a New Zealand airport. Kiwis in general are fucking jokes. You've got a mixed bag. There's the guy. Right, I'm just gonna read what I wrote down. I thought at the time I was pissed and it was funny as, but let's go. So this is exactly what I wrote. Dear Diary. New Zealand's a funny place. Walking through the airport, seeing the ultimate mixed bag. The All Blacks rugby guys, the Burger King dwellers, the middle-aged men that are in a flaming t-shirt away from being the adult version of the fat kid at school, bullying everyone. And that's what. Oh, sorry, on holiday. I haven't got it right. It needs work.
Is this in your notes folder in the stand-up career? Are you adding that? So yoga instructor, podcaster, DJ, producer, stand-up comedian.
Exactly.
Just
honestly,
Infinity Stones on.
It's Infinity
the
Stones.
midlife crisis Infinity Gauntlet.
He's throwing shade, but really he's the one writing the notes down
Yeah.
for jokes for his stand-up career.
I just thought I had to note it down. I just thought it was jokes. It
is, though.
It's too good.
Yeah.
Bro, little fella, little fella comes literally just marching. His missus is stormed ahead, and he's there, and he's got the fucking bleach blonde tips, just short wraparound glasses. I was like, bro, stick a flaming t-shirt on him, and he is bullying children.
That reminds me of the the video of Every Day at Spoons.
Yeah.
When you got that old guy kind of like dancing, you got the woman losing her head, and then this midget just walks across. And it's like 10 a.m. Saturday at Spoons. That's what I'm imagining at the airport.
I think New Zealand needs a Wetherspoons.
Oh man,
I
imagine.
miss
Explain Wetherspoons
the
to
bar
those-
Yeah,
scene
New
in New
Zealand
Zealand
need it.
is bad.
To those that know,
So Wetherspoons is
best pub on the
basically
planet.
it's like every
Also
town
horrendous.
or city, like every town's got one and every city's got like five.
Yeah.
And they're like just
Sick.
like because they're such a big company, they all have free houses, so that means that they don't like have contracts with breweries, so they can get everything cheap, which means that like pints are $4 and like food's like just like general pub grub, like just
It's cheap though, but
Yeah.
doesn't free house emanate from the fact that you can be in there and you don't need to spend any money and you can be in there? That's what free house is.
I was under the impression that it was a free house just meant that it wasn't contractually tied to any breweries, which meant that it could buy whatever stock it liked.
Nah, I don't think it's tied to the stock. It's literally to do with the fact that you can have people in there just in there. So you can be in there and not need a free house. Comes from like olden days of like traveling through, and you can just spend your afternoon in there and like
It's a
read
free
a book.
house.
It's a free house.
True.
Yeah,
Pull it up, dude.
yeah. Pull it up, Jamie. I'll pull it up just to confirm. But
Basically spoons at home, like in the UK, spoons are like, I think they're like frowned upon, but like also all right. Like
Oh.
It's cheaper to pre at Spoons
Yeah.
than it is to pre at your own house
yeah,
at home.
like imagine there was a pub that was cheaper than buying a box, like so you could pre in town, like it was
I
just
love
the
that
go-to
idea.
first stop in town, but then like over here there's nowhere like that. The prices just keep going up
Yeah,
and
you
up
just
and
go
up.
pay
But like
$11 for a glass of beer.
I keep an eye on occasionally supplier websites just to see if prices have gone up drastically, and they haven't, and the tax hasn't gone up drastically, but town just keeps getting more and more expensive. It's bonkers.
I think that stems from less people going out.
But COVID kind of murdered Wellington town. I think
really did.
like everyone realised that fuck, I can get wasted, way more wasted, at home for $170 less.
It's happening in
And-
restaurants as well. It's like less people turning up to get a meal.
Well, because everyone learned to cook in lockdown.
Yeah, fuck, yeah.
I can't find anything to state that it's this. So I've just had one of my hot shower moments, you know, hot sunburn shower, but because that's what I was told growing up by both parents actually. But yeah, it's exactly what you said. It's so word forms plural, plural free houses. In Britain, a free house is a pub which is not owned by a particular company and so can sell whatever beer it chooses. I just did another search, but there's nothing coming up. But I'm unsure as to why pubs don't advertise themselves as free houses when they are.
Because outside of the UK and generally speaking, the general public don't really care.
Yeah, hard out.
Like-
but that's where I think that's where I don't know what word to use, but maybe that's where that comes from. In that you can be in a Wetherspoons and not spend any money. No one's gonna kick you out.
I mean, yeah, you definitely could be. I've definitely
Spent afternoons in there just not doing it. Yeah. Although I'm huge
waiting
on the
for
piss.
waiting for a train.
7:30 a.m. drinking Guinness.
Pints of Strongbow dark fruits. Yes, please.
Strongbow dark fruits on a train.
Oh, talk dirty to me.
Are they better than
Orange
the ginger
boom.
beers at the Welsh Dragon though?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot of things at a Wetherspoons that are better than a ginger beer at the Welsh
Yeah,
Dragon.
I don't actually love them, but they
The
put
ginger
us
beers
in
at
a
the Welsh
good
Dragon
place.
would have probably been way better if there wasn't just like tables of tornado bait around us.
Yeah.
Just for the
Tornado,
uneducated
but what the
listener.
fuck's that?
Tornado bait. So like in films, when tornadoes come in, it's always like you see like trailers and stuff like that. It's always like trailer parks that
Well,
get like set up, so it's like
socioeconomic
trailer
status
trash.
people.
Yeah, so like trailer trash, tornado bait, 6.5 dozen.
Nasty.
Tornado bait.
He's a nasty guy.
But yeah, there was some hoodlum tables around us. They were playing like
Talking
what's
of
it called?
Dogs fuck dogs.
Dogs
The- how old? I don't know. They were doing like drinking games that you would have done like when you went to your first like house party, and everyone was like, "Whoa, drinking together."
But I grew up never playing drinking games, eh?
Crees
Yeah,
with
it's a
ghosts.
New Zealand thing.
It's such a New Zealand
Yeah.
thing, bro. People here love a drinking game,
Yeah,
and they
drink-
know them all as well. Like everywhere you go, it's like, oh, drinking game. You
shout
know the
you.
one you
Yeah.
throw a load of cards on the table. They're like, oh yeah, we're doing this one.
The only drinking game I knew when I first came over here was drinking cider in the park.
Down it. The only one really that I knew was arrogance, and that's literally
You'd
get
have been
them
well
pint
good at
glass.
that.
Yeah, put a pint glass down, fill it up, flip the coin. You get it wrong, you pass it. You get it wrong, you down whatever was in there, and it gets passed on if you get it right.
Or
And that,
Yeah.
Amy Winehands.
Oh, true.
Edward
yeah,
Cider Hands,
Yeah,
yeah.
Edward
Cider
Cider Hands. Yeah.
I've got a great picture of Connie with that on.
Amy
Connie
Winehands
strap.
with Buckfast was like a recipe for watching your mate either go and kill like 5 people in town, or watching your mate get really excited and then knocked the fuck out in town.
I've always wanted to try Buckfast.
It's
Buckfast
really
is mean,
it's
man.
an acquired taste. Like a lot of people don't like it, but it's if you like wine, it's an easy bridge to cross. And
heard
if you
so
don't
many
like
people
wine,
say.
it's dank. It's based.
Buckfast gets you fucked fast.
But
It's, it is,
fast
it
gets
is,
you
it is
fucked
affectionately
fast.
known in Scotland as wreck the hoose juice.
The hoose.
Because it is
There's a
it's,
moose loose,
it's a
but
bottle
it
of
is.
wine, but also like 4 cans of Red Bull in one bottle, which is dang. So you're really wasted, but you're really enthusiastic about it.
Red Frog.
It's like putting Red Frog in a bottle of rosé. Could be done.
I've nearly finished this. Sam, I can't believe you bought me bubbles, but
Well, you asked for rosé, so I assumed that you'd want some
You
cute
literally-
bubbly.
why?
Moscato.
Why? What? What are you trying to say, Sam?
So
You're
Sam was asked
No.
to purchase some rosé for Paz, and he's bought a bottle of Moscato rosé. It looks like it costs like $4.
Was 16.
Slay.
Definitely, yeah.
Paz loves anything that's pink and sparkly, so he's doing all right.
Yeah.
It's usually him after a day in the sun.
Hey, man.
Jack Parry, the well-known Wellingtonian rainbow ally. Loves it.
Nasty.
No.
Thought I might get in a go there. My last note.
I really want you, if anyone hasn't tried Four Loco, we should try and order some, which might be hard.
Tried what?
Four Loco.
What is that?
It's definitely not legal here.
It's not legal in most places in America.
Four-
which is
what is
where
this,
it's
a
made. It's
supplement?
it's an alcoholic drink. It comes in like a monster-sized can, and it's filled with heaps of alcohol, caffeine, taurine, and the idea is you have 4. It sends you loco.
Yeah.
There's
It's like 6 drinks per can or something. I
The
don't know if
bros-
it's that many, but
Something mad.
Rufus Rice has just released a bevy that's kind of like that. It's an 8% RTD called Toxin. He's like, yeah, 4 of them will send you mental.
all right, we're sorted. We just need 4 toxins, some vials of bump.
I
just-
Oh, man,
I
I'm
was
so
going to say
keen for
that
some bump.
I've ordered a box of bump to see if it lands in the country.
what?
Yeah, I couldn't not do it. I've ordered a 30 pack of bump, to arrive
Oh
here,
my
and
God.
I've applied for an affiliate thing to see if we can get
We get
sponsored,
sponsored by
Bump.
Bump.
Do you know I own the
Because
domain.
it's not
I own the
illegal.
domain for tryabump.co.nz.
Oh,
When did you?
I already did that because
Yeah,
because an
yeah.
event. So I was going to start an event. It was like me and Sam were like working on an event going to be called Bump, and I own the domain tryabump.co.nz.
What was it? What was it?
It's almost fate,
It's fucking hilarious, man.
but
What's
it's
the other domain we came up with?
I don't know, but I bought that one. I still own it.
the
Oh, cum bump.
Cum bump.
the hat.
Cum bump was the best, bro. Just cum.
cum.
Yeah,
Cum
just COM bump.
Oh.
Cum bump.
Yeah, cum
Cum bump. Like as in like cum bump.
Yeah.
I just twatted the mic then as well.
The
Cum bump. How good.
that bump stuff. I had to look into it because obviously can't be just getting sponsored by any old fucking idiot. But because
I'll
initially
take any
I was like,
sponsorship.
So many offers.
there was sarcasm in that, but you know, we'll pretend that didn't happen. But yeah, basically, fuck.
You've not been
the-
looking after my non-starer,
the-
bro. You've been looking after yours.
Yeah, 100%. That's why it looks dank and yours looks trash.
Yours is burning as well.
Yeah, because it's hot. That's what happens.
Non-starer though. Do you like that?
Non-starer. Yeah,
Non-
you've got the non-starer.
Mine
I've
is,
got the
it's dying, that's
monster.
not very
'cause it's
nice.
monstrous, and yours looks like it's been touched by Michael Jackson. But anyway, bump. So did the research, and on the website, like you can't find anywhere on the website except for in the FAQs where it says that you're meant to sniff it, and then in the FAQs it's like, we know there's a lot of bad stigma, but like it's just caffeine and inositol, and that's it.
Rack it up and get it down.
And despite all, like, the reason that you sniff, basically they said the reason that you sniff drugs is because it gets into your system super quick. This is such a fine powder that it won't fuck up your nose. You won't end up like Kate Moss, all that shit. I'm all for it. I'm keen to just fucking, I'm going to be sniffing fat bumps off the exercise bike all day
Anything
long.
to take that thing
Jake
down.
Farrell,
eh?
5:30 in the morning.
Anything to cause enough damage to
Lines
make
on
it
the
Ball
bar
smaller.
kettle.
before he goes to
black.
the gym.
Sorry?
That'll be mad. I said Jake Farrell, 5:30 in the morning,
Bumping.
racking up lines on the table before he fucking
Well,
jogs
that's
down.
the thing though, is like
Before he puts into the Instagram
if you manage
story,
to get it to pop off in New Zealand, it's a smaller. Bear in mind, like New Zealand's a test market for a lot of things. Like when the contactless payments, New Zealand had it first as a test market because it's a good test market. It's isolated 5 million people. Like it gives a good population density to try it. New Zealand's a bad example for this because it's extremely lefty at the moment, and this is a pretty out the gate thing. But if it became mainstream, you could just do it wherever you wanted, and it would be hard to tell whether someone is doing coke or bump or ket or bump. And so, like, someone's
What's
like,
ket?
"Oh, you can't do that," and you'd be like, "Oh, it's not ketamine. It's just bump, bro. What's ket?" Exactly.
I find
So
it
you-
hard to believe that would ever be mainstream. Just sniffing a line before you go into a.
I think we should just
Business
call
meeting or
every
something.
episode of this podcast
Also-
"Have a Bump" until we get sponsored by Bump.
No, tryabump.co.nz.
Try a bump.
Follow it.
And we should just start our own called Try a Bump and be like, "Fuck you,
It's
we're in
just
New
pure
Zealand. What are you
caffeine.
gonna
Really
do?"
all
that
over
hard.
it. To be fair, I mean, if anything, it's given me more incentive to kickstart Bump as a thing again because we've got a logo. We did the whole thing. Essentially, it was going to be an underground party that was like an invite-only thing. And really, I mean, I've been looking around Newtown for spots. Newtown would be a pretty good space to do it. There's some pretty fucking sick little garages and shit that I was literally thinking yesterday after I took my car for a waff. There's some sick garages you could be like, yo, we'll give you a couple of grand and then we'll go in and out and done. And they're surrounded by no one.
I'll talk to you after the cast about a place that I know of that would be both suitable and available. Ooh, it's even got
Yeah,
Bump.
we got an Instagram.
Follow bump.nz on Instagram
Yeah.
for any potential.
It's a match made in heaven, folks.
Yeah.
It is.
If you work for Bump and I've spammed you with this until your eyes and ears have bled and you've made it to this point in the podcast, if this doesn't tell you, sponsor us. I don't know what will.
To circle back to sniffing lines at the gym and not knowing if it was cat or bump.
Can you imagine doing
How long do you reckon you'd last if you racked up a line of cat and then went to the gym?
And did it at the
And
gym.
How does that go?
I feel like
Oh,
it depends
man.
on what you're
Imagine being
doing.
on a-
Terribly.
imagine doing what he's doing at the gym. Like you're on a bike and you're just pedaling.
That'd be okay. 'Cause there's
Yeah, I feel like the bike would be sound because your feet are locked
pedaling.
in. If you licking a treadmill wouldn't be sound though, because you
Why would you
definitely
Why are you licking it?
because you're gonna try and run and walk on it and you're gonna fucking eat it. That's why.
I think you. I think you. You
People
stamina
them
to
harness
get off it.
just like the dog runners.
It's just like, can you imagine how like disconnected from your legs you'd feel if you were just sat on a bike, just pedaling away, and all of a sudden your legs are just going. You're looking at them, you're like,
You'd take
I
off.
feel like there's a very good reason that loads of people don't
You're
do
like still
recreational
going, you're
drugs at the gym. I mean, arguably ketam's not a recreational
People
drug.
do.
You wanted a new segment.
What?
oh, that's a segment and a
Reviewing
half,
different
that.
gym machines. Like, I did a bumper cat and then did chest press today, and I've
My arm
currently
fell
got all of my teeth held into my mouth on a frame because I fucked it. It's literally.
That's actually a great idea. I don't think anyone's done that.
yeah. There's
Yeah.
probably a good reason for that.
I mean,
I'll end up like
Getty, bro.
I mean, Paz's mate eats raw chicken every day
that's true.
for his Instagram
mate.
page. It's like day 46 of eating a raw chicken breast
my
without being
mate.
sick.
He's
Paz has got a few mates on Instagram with some opinions on diets, but they all seem to be like functional and healthy despite their outlandish nature. To be fair,
it's enjoyable.
you've got Chicken Man, who I saw like
Raw meat experiment
he's-
is where,
yeah,
where it came from,
raw
and
meat
now he's
experiment.
now the raw chicken experiment.
eats like he's on like day 20 odd or whatever of just eating raw chicken, and he's like until his tummy gets sore, but he's fine because it's fine somehow. And then the other guy is Eddie Abu, who's just like, if it's not got one ingredient in it, I'm not eating it. Basically additives, preservatives, get in the bin, and I'm here for it.
I feel great. I've been following that shit for over like best part of 2 months now.
I've been inadvertently following it for a bit, and then you've been going on about your guru for like a couple of weeks,
He's
and then
the
the other
guru,
day it
man.
popped up on my Insta, and I sent you it and was like, oh, this guy, because he's like doing that loaf of bread thing where he's like, look at this fucking shit, wake the fuck up, this has got 24 ingredients in it, there's 4 ingredients in bread, you thick cunts. It's just like, he just fucking calls out like all this shit in the medical, the gym and fitness industry, just where it's like all of these ingredients and additives and blah blah blah, like just eat the thing, bro. Like, and yeah, I've kind of been, with the exception of aggressive red frog abuse before the gym, it's definitely healthier.
When I did my carnivore diet, that's probably the best I've felt in forever. And
Yeah,
that was literally just eating
one ingredient,
steak
meat.
all the time.
So yeah, Sam ate literally steak for lunch and dinner
Sam.
every single day for
That was
how many weeks?
Tuna for lunch.
Oh, tuna for lunch, steak for dinner.
Oh, tuna and pepperami, but like New Zealand pepperami, bro. The pepperami was jokes.
Oh, what, the beer sticks?
Ye-
The what?
Nah,
Beer
raw
sticks.
dog the whole fucking chorizo steak.
Oh, like
Mate,
the big-
just the meat
big-
stick. Bro,
big sauce
we
for
were
that.
just on.
There's definitely more than one ingredient in that. I'll tell
We
you
were
that
on
for
job. Oh yeah, there's
free.
definitely a few ingredients in that. That's some processed.
Yeah, it's like
shit.
mostly preservative with pork flavoring.
It tastes good.
Big malted extra sausage.
We'd be on job and like just I'd have like a few chicken drumsticks or whatever and then like some pasta or something. And Sam's just whipping out fucking
Foot-long
meat
chorizo
sticks.
stick.
Couple
A
of
big-
meat sticks, tin of tuna.
A
Pretty-
baguette of
They've got pretty
chorizo.
sizable girth on them as well. Well, you just raw dogging it straight from there.
Yeah, it's part of the diet. You've got to go full carnivore. No knife and fork. Steak's just terrible.
If you had seen a cow at the side of the road, would you have taken a bite out of it?
Bro, raw
Yes.
liver.
I was about to say,
we missed that
true.
shit.
Paz bought a entire raw liver, put it in a bowl of milk. And
Bro, I
ate
went
it.
in the fridge
He's
and I was like,
he's a
what the
fucking menace to society. He should be put in jail for that.
Alright, I'm just gonna land it. Essentially, I'm just gonna land it. I bought a whole cow's liver for $5, which is nearly a kilo. And I'm thinking, mean. Everyone on fucking Instagram is telling me it's sick to eat and good for you.
Algorithm.
Well, no, everybody, like I say everybody, not everybody, but like any like fitness, whatever, all like offal and organs and shit full of nutrients, right? They're like the most nutrient dense
definitely.
part of an animal. So I'm like, fuck, all right, I've got to give it a go, given that I'm doing all this fucking one ingredient bullshit. And I'm YouTubing, get a YouTube reel up. The YouTube, all the chefs on YouTube are basically saying like, put it in milk for like 2 hours to 24 hours, and it takes out all the fucking bitterness, bruh. So you dared me to eat a bit raw when I've got it out, and I'm
Before
like
you-
putting it in the milk. So I eat a bit raw, and I'm like, do you know what? I'll eat a raw steak. I'll eat steak raw as I'll eat mince raw while I'm like making it up.
He's
whatever.
not
Like,
kidding either.
You'll
I don't
eat
mind it. It
just about
tastes,
anything raw.
pretty good, but like I'll pretty much eat anything. So
Jellyfish.
Jellyfish. We'll come back to that. So I eat some raw. Tastes like beef. It's very strange. I can't even put into words other than like the fibrous
Texture.
the texture of it was like hexagons. It's so strange. It was like
It tastes like shapes.
that's the only way, because it doesn't
Tastes
taste
like
like
hexagons and smells autism. That.
like rubbing your tongue on like honeycomb type thing, like that.
When have you done that?
Well, never, but like that. You know, you can imagine what it would be like.
like licking a bar mat.
Right.
Like it's the closest.
Right. What?
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something that's more realistically.
Did you
likely
say doormat or bar mat?
Either or.
I like a doormat.
Rubbery mat.
But yeah,
thing.
but like that,
Yeah.
like you can. So that's what the texture of it is. The only way I can describe it, because the taste was just like beef, but then a bit weird, and it was just really delicate and like
Like a
thin,
rosé.
like real easy to go down. Broke up real easy. Then I fucking cooked the cunt. And I've cooked it, and it tasted like the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Were
Like,
you
well,
meant-
Mom.
Were you meant to like, I don't know, do some like CPR and squeeze the milk out of it? Because in my head, when you
No,
said
the
you
milk
cooked
was
it with
all gone.
milk in it, I was like, surely it's just like curdling inside it, and you've just got like liver cheese.
Now chopped it real thin slices, and then dried it off, and then in fry, done. And then I'm just eating. I only managed one slice.
Liver shoe.
It was.
And what did
no,
you
it doesn't-
say?
It falls apart in your mouth like it's like fat. It's like fatty meat. It's, you know how like when you put a big slab of perfect pork crackling. You know when you get a pork crackling with a big ass bit of fat on it, just like that, bit thicker.
I
Bit
remember
thicker
what you
than the
described it as.
really like
Yeah.
horrible saturated fat bit.
Did you say horrible?
Well, that bit I'd love it on when it's pork rind, but when it's fucking liver and it tastes also then like it tastes, it was insane. But yeah, never doing that again. We were in the Coromandel, and Sam ate a jellyfish, and then told me that I had to do it as well. So I did it.
That sounded hella like you had to just get him under the bus first instead of
Yeah,
just being
yeah.
like, me and the bro ate jellyfish.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that really.
Little pea size. They were like bigger than a pea, but they were like, I don't know, yeah, like about the size of that. Like
They were like
they're
the eggs.
top of
I've
Yeah.
seen you
Yeah.
two on the person. Anytime there's something you shouldn't eat, you're looking at it like, oh.
Paz is the epitome of you won't do it.
You won't do it. Eyebrows.
And if
See,
you do it before, then
Yeah.
easy,
happening.
done, got it.
Sam's got him
Good.
figured out.
Yeah, he has.
So,
Well, he
yeah.
ate it.
I
And
did
then,
is
eat
it
jellyfish.
Like if
and
he
I
says
felt-
you won't do it and you do it, then you're like, right, your turn now, motherfucker, and he has to do it.
yeah,
Otherwise,
But yeah,
eternal damnation.
we did eat jellyfish,
You did.
and the
which
mouth.
was dumb.
How was
because,
it?
Oh,
Did you Google what kind of jellyfish they were after? or
just-
anything?
we're in the sea, and I thought it'd be funny, so I did it, and then I was like, oh fuck, I might die.
Take him down with me.
So I was like, yo, who else might eat this? And I was like, oh, Paz, here's
Yeah.
the jellyfish. You won't eat it.
And then proceeded to talk about it like the pair of us are like, fucking our mouths feel like they
it's
shouldn't
weird,
feel like
weird.
this.
Yeah, it's like you're eating hexagons. No, it's like your mouth feels like
So weird.
very electricness.
Yeah.
Static
Is
in
the-
the mouth.
Nah, not static. 'Cause it's
Nah.
not quite as sharp.
Like, as
So
in,
it's
imagine
very-
6
very
million
electric.
little tiny electrodes being plugged into your tongue.
It's delicate,
Almost like
man.
a
It is.
jellyfish
It
stung
was
your
probably a
tongue.
blue bottle and it probably stung your mouth.
I
Well,
didn't
yeah,
chew it.
apparently
Just,
those are.
I'd pop mine. I'll
Yeah.
give it a pop.
Did you?
Yeah, I
Oh.
popped it.
They were like little.
Didn't
they,
taste like anything,
They were
though.
like baby jelly. It looked like they had just, I don't know how jellyfish are birthed, but like they just hatched from like little jellyfish eggs, whatever the fuck they do. Like they were
They
were
felt
pretty
weird.
small.
Jellyfish reproduce.
What do you mean? Do they? Did you say
No,
do
I said,
they?
how do they reproduce?
Oh right, I was like, fuck, that's the dumbest
I
thing you've
didn't-
ever said. But,
No, but are
I
they
just
made
misheard
up
it.
of, like, or is it just a particular jellyfish that's made up of like multiple organisms?
yeah, because I think aren't they singular?
Yeah,
Generally.
Yeah.
Why?
So I don't know whether it's. I'm gonna have to pull this up now, but I'll say it first. There's a jellyfish, or all jellyfish are essentially made up. They're like glued together. Wait, I'm gonna have to.
can't
I
be
think it's
all of
just
them.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say like most of them are like I might be slightly off on the stats, but they're 90% water. They have no brains and no anus.
But-
I don't know how they operate in general, but they live forever.
But they do have intelligence, apparently, I was reading.
Yeah.
So no brain, but they have intelligence, which is kind of fucked.
But it's mad. Well, I was watching a documentary the other day, which was like, it was like kind of Attenborough spec, but it was like about prehistory, and they were like, oh, before like humans and shit came along, the entire sea was just full of giant jellyfish.
well,
like
so
they
like-
used to rule the gaff.
So turtles are like one of the main and only things that eat jellyfish. So if turtles were to disappear because of us using the straws, then
Fucking straws.
fucking straws, fucking
Bro,
stupid, hate it. Give us
it's-
straws back.
We were using too much plastic, so they gave us straws, and now they're like, oh, the straws are still. We were using too much plastic straws, so they got rid of them, gave us paper straws. Now they're like, oh, paper straws are also bad. It's just endless. Straw
You're also
misery.
drinking fucking out of a paper straw, through a paper straw out of a fucking plastic, cup.
Yeah.
Fucking dumb.
Right, a jellyfish is a single organism, not multiple ones combined into one. The man of war
Portuguese.
is the Portuguese is as a result a completely different species called. Give me a sec. Phasalia phasalis.
Phasalia phasalis, yeah.
Men of war and jellyfish belong to the same phylum. Cnidaria. Yeah, there's some big. How do you say that? It's a CN.
Oh, yeah.
Go on, bro.
C in English.
Sounds
I don't
like
know.
Scottish.
Nah, it looks Welsh, to be fair. Not enough vowels in it.
But then,
Half a
so
pint
do
each flavour.
10,000 other animals. So there's 10,000 animals that apply to the same phylum.
Phylum.
But yeah, Portuguese
Where
man
were
of war
you
is
in
the only thing.
biology, cuz?
Oh, but I was around.
Just teaching the dark arts.
I was, trying,
He was up straightening his hair.
I was throwing pens on the floor and then just.
Was that right? This is, oh man, if one of my old bio teachers says I'm done for. But bio, so
Who follows you that
No
used to
idea.
teach you at school?
I don't know. I was pretty handsome at school. It all went downhill real quick. But
When you had your ear scratched.
biology teachers, both of the biology teachers at my school were like two of the hottest teachers in the school. And it was like a pen. No, not at all. Nobody thought they had a shot. But everyone at the school thought that these teachers were stupid, but because we were all 13, 14. And like they must have, like now as an adult, they must have been aware that like there wasn't much competition because all of the other teachers were either old or ugly or both. Sorry. There was a few exceptions in various other classes, but there was two science teachers that were like hot, and everyone would do that like drop the pen business or like that sort of shit. And just because he said it, it just triggered it in my brain. I was like, oh, that reminds me of...
Jake had a hot teacher.
I mean, did you not have a hot teacher?
I'm just saying.
Did you not have a hot teacher?
Mate, we've
Probably-
got to talk about hot teachers.
Yeah, probably before we go to the hot, probably one of the worst things I've ever done. Nah, probably one of the things I feel the worst for ever is I used to sit next to Callum Bow, shout out to Callum Bow,
Whoop whoop.
in science. And we had this teacher called Miss, I'm not going to say her name actually. But anyway, she had a rather...
In case she's listening.
Yeah, why not? She's not hot though, so she's probably not listening. Jake. Anyway, she just had a very unfortunate element of a mustache,
Okay.
Yo.
and me and Callum didn't notice it for a while
I know exactly what it
until
is.
one day, and then we saw it and we were like, "Yo, have you seen?" Anyway, we thought obviously we were young, we're stupid, we thought we were being all quiet about it, and then we were laughing about it and stuff. Next science lesson, we come back, mustache gone, shaved off,
Erased.
and wouldn't look at us for the whole class.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
me and
that-
him were there like, oh no, she knows, and it was us.
Yeah, that's fair. There's some heinous, like, on the subject of just like heinous deeds committed towards teachers. Also, there's like in New Zealand, chilling. I feel like all the teachers were either sound or just like tolerable. But in the UK, there was two teachers that like, there's two teachers that got like the roughest end of the stick. So like our school sucked. Like we didn't suck, but it had like a concrete basketball court in the middle of like a square of buildings, and then an AstroTurf pitch across the road. And other than that, there was fuck all. And so they let us go out for lunchtime.
Is that where you practiced your touch?
Okay.
on the football pitch.
I mean, it's where most people probably do it. Yep. But went to we used to go to like Mackey's and shit at lunchtime, and so our entire class, like registration class, went to Mackey's for lunch and all got straws. And like they had like the paper covers back then, so it was plastic straws, paper covers back in the day.
We're all the same age, bro. We know.
Yeah, and so went there, came back, we had French after lunch, and every single time the French teacher turned around, spitballs, absolutely bombarded the smartboard. It's like because the smartboard's like contact makes like the pen move, and so the pen's going everywhere. She turns around, everyone's just sat there like.
I got
Nothing.
the best one about French.
She threw a pair of scissors at one of the kids in my class. This guy Kyle St. Martin was sat. We were all spitballing and threw a fucking
commando
pair
Ken,
of scissors.
what's happening?
G.I. Jane.
You guys don't like my hat? Sorry.
Don't
Yeah.
be sorry, just be better.
Can't see it though.
We need to get a
invisible,
big recording.
Oh,
So
it's
no,
not
it's
actually
fair,
commando.
for the
Oh, yeah.
listeners, Kenzie has just appeared. A wild
Hey
Kenzie.
guys, I'm their American friend. Cool.
Nailed it.
How many
Welcome
rings
to
you got on that
the
hand? What are you
podcast.
doing with them? Fucking.
I was planning on
you-
hitting you in the face tonight, so I wanted to make sure I broke your face.
Whoa, dude.
Coming hot. Are you
Sorry,
missing a
everyone.
ring? Because
Is that a ring?
there's a ring here.
Oh,
Probably. Oh, you've been making them
is it
yourself.
my ring? No, it's not my ring.
no.
Oh no, it's Sibs. That's
I
it.
have been making them myself.
So talking of French teachers and shit that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, our class made a French teacher cry because she brought a load of news. She brought a load of new glue sticks. She went out of class to tell
you
off
said
one of the
nudes.
lads. What?
I thought you said nudes.
No, yeah, she sent everyone nudes. I don't know. I just had a fucking word fuck up. So she brought a load of glue sticks, and she's like told everyone before the class. She's like, I bought these myself. Like, don't touch these. It was like one of those ones of like, you know, do it. Like you say that to someone, they do it, right? Especially a bunch
Yeah.
of fucking 14-year-old lads that don't give a fuck. Dig off. So then, quite literally, she goes outside to tell them off. Everyone proceeds to grab glue sticks and just wind them all the way out and just ling them. I don't know if you've ever like done that, but you can wind a glue stick all the way to the end and it gets wobbly. If you wind it back like 2 more winds, you can hurl the cunt and it fucking
Sticks to the wall.
launches.
Yeah.
Oh, but
Yeah.
it will launch everywhere. She's got all these posters up. There's 30 glue sticks just nailed on like monkey faces. Like, you know those classic like it's like a monkey saying something in French or like you know those ones like. Yeah, terrible. She came in, cried, upset, not good. Bad friends.
Yeah, part of the job, isn't it?
It is, mate. Yeah, you can't be teaching at NLS, bro, and not expect a bit of bullying.
Leamington
NLS.
Community School and Arts College.
Stop it. It's a big old shebang at the minute though. You seen it now? It's all like supposed to be all sick and that.
It's because they got rid of the fucking new one that came in and ruined it.
What, the woman?
Yeah.
Whoa. As in the head mistress that came
I
in.
can't remember her name.
Yeah, neither.
Do you know before she started, we had our Duke of Edinburgh presentation and classic. Oh, who was in my thing? Can't remember who was in my thing, but we made our presentation like the day before, so hadn't really prepped, and then also hadn't picked music or anything for it. And it turned out that she was going to sit in and watch all the D&V presentations, and we picked Mumford and Sons' Little Lion Man
Just like kicking tables.
as our fucking place, our thing for it. And then obviously you go in, and I'm talking, and then do you know the chorus? It's like, oh, I can't remember the chorus, but anyway, the chorus goes, "I really fucked it up this time."
Oh yeah. Let
So
it
we're
go.
doing this thing, new headmaster, all the fucking Mr. Morey, all the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
big
yeah.
dogs in there. And then we're thinking, and I'm like talking, and I'm in the back of my head, I'm like, oh my God,
I'm gonna have to do it.
it's coming,
Oh no.
it's coming. And then it fucking blasts out. It's like, I really fucked it up. And you see everyone's face go, oh. And then I'm looking at fucking Jack James. I'm looking at Jack at the fucking, all his only job is to fucking turn the
Turn it
music
down.
thing.
Turns it up.
I'm looking at him like, what are you doing? And he's there like,
Yeah. Let's it go. Yeah. Fuck.
yeah, go on.
Oh mate, to be fair, thinking about shit that happened with glue sticks, we were in science class. It's one of those like long, mate, the incidents with glue sticks. lid on still. One of the lads has literally just hammered this glue stick across the classroom. Chick, straight in the side of the head. Mrs. Morey, scariest woman
scary
on
lady.
the face of the earth. You know that she was like a deputy head. She was. Oh no, she wasn't quite a deputy head, but it was her and Miss Lloyd. Terrifying figures.
Terrifying lady.
She's like opened the door as Josh has just fucking hooned this glue stick across the classroom, and as he's thrown it across the classroom, you know when really poorly but amazingly timed things happens, this chick just stands up. She just stood there, watches it. It was fucking class, but not
God.
nasty.
Yeah, we had a kid. We had a really bad year 9 class, and we had a kid have his hand hot glued to the desk.
Oh,
like forced screaming. Like we had some bad kids.
Yeah, I don't know. I've heard a lot of stories from yourself and Wax about you guys being at school, and it sounds like there's a lot of bullying went on at your school, and like you may have been aggressive part of it.
That's an absolute lie. Like, and I can't believe you'd even say that on the podcast of all things, Jake.
I don't
I'm
know.
deeply disappointed in you.
I mean, yeah.
accused of being a bully.
I'm just saying, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm just saying I've heard a lot of stories, and they've all been.
I don't want
me
you
and
throwing these
Wakina
things
and a
out.
bunch of people all did a thing, and one guy was having a shit time.
It's quite nasty.
I mean, yeah, it is. That's fact. Well, here we are. Looking like it could be chop o'clock.
Chop
To
o'clock.
be fair.
Peace and love to all the listeners. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Oh yeah, see you.
It's been such a pleasure.